so important to be in the right environment so you can prosper and become the best version of yourself.
Every time I've let you in, you've let me down.
Second, wow, okay, beautiful. Well, guys, for those new members that don't know me, I'm the CEO of Titan Fitness, and obviously the Titan Fit 40 Challenge as well. Well, it's a lifestyle now, so we're changing the name to Titan Fit 40 Lifestyle because it really is a lifestyle. And the biggest thing that I want to talk to you guys today about is accountability and how important it is. And I'm going to give you context of that story of a pivotal point in my life last year. My dad passed away in, was it end of March? It's almost been a year. He passed away end of March, and I never forget during that period, it was the most profound time in my life, and it was the one that gave me the greatest impact. And during that period, you know, things didn't look good for him. So what happened was I had a friend of mine who knew exactly what I was going through. My dad had pancreatic cancer. He got down to 50 kilos, and you know, eventually his time was up. This mate of mine, whose father also passed away, said to me, "You need to take time off work. Don't go into work because I know what you like. Just take time off work," he goes, "because you're going to have a very short fuse, and that could cause a problem." And he goes, "It caused a problem between me and my brother when my dad was passing away." And you know, pig-headed that I was, I didn't listen to him. So I kept coming into work, kept trying to grind it out, work, trying to be there for my team. And I wasn't myself, but I didn't realize I knew why, but I just thought I could beat it. And I was totally wrong. And so, you know, during that period, and this is the first time I'm actually telling this story, during that period, I had a meeting one morning, and I'll never forget that day because it pretty much changed my life forever. And this is where I'm going to go into accountability. During that time, I came into work and we had a meeting, and I probably wasn't the best leader at that point. And I probably said a few things that hurt a few people. And, you know, one person walked out on me. I got up, got in the car, I was going to the hospital, I was talking to my wife, and she said, "If you're not careful, you're going to lose everyone." And so it was a really, really tough period because I'm in tears. I rang my brother, and he just said, "Don't worry about it." He goes, "You're not in a normal state, and that's perfectly fine." He goes, "Just have a break now," which I did. And you know, thankfully for my team, the ones that stood by me were there. That night, my mate who was working in the St. George Hospital, he rang me that night. I was staying at my mum's. It was about 10:30, and I couldn't sleep, so I answered the phone, and he said, "How are you feeling right now?" He said, "Are you okay? Because you need to take it easy." And I said, "I've never felt this kind of pain in my life." And I go, "I really need to feel it so I know exactly what I need to do and where I need to go." I go, "I need to feel this pain because it's going to give me the impact, and it's going to give me the power to become the person I need to become." And so when I look back at that, I drew a line in the sand, and I said, every day is going to be day one. I'm going to give it absolutely everything I possibly can. I focused on my health. I focused on, you know, learning as much about leadership as I possibly could. But the biggest thing I done was I made a promise to myself that I was going to be accountable and I was going to be aware of every action I took. And, you know, the past 12 months have probably been, you know, the best in my life, being able to help people, develop people, being able to give so much back to the challenges. And the biggest thing that I done for myself was I made sure I was more accountable than ever. And the guy that I'm accountable to all the time, the guy that I talk to most of the time is my brother. And everyone needs someone. So we talk about nutrition, we talk about training, we talk about business. And if you don't have that person in your life, it makes things hard because you go off track. And I'll be honest with you guys, I just created simplicity in my life. I made things a lot easier. My training routine, my eating routine. I used to hover around late 80s, and now I'm around 82, 83 easily. I made big changes to my health. I focused a lot on gut health. I focused a lot on being disciplined at waking up at 4:30 every morning. I went overseas a couple of times. I kept my workouts up. I kept my training up because I had to be accountable. And the reality is, the hardest thing about accountability is keeping it simple. But simple things are often hard to do repetition on. They're hard to constantly replicate because they get boring. But it's the simple things that produce the most results. It's also the simple things that we get complacent on, because we become complacent all the time. And when things are working out, we go off track. And it happens all the time. It even happens to me. And in those moments, you just need someone to get you back on track and get you on course, because I see it happen so often. The biggest thing that I've seen in this challenge and previous challenges is the inner dialogue that people talk to themselves with. It's the words that they say, like I hear, I don't have time. My kids don't allow me to get to the gym. I'm always hungry. I don't like training 4 days a week, 5 days a week. I can't eat that way. Why do I have to eat that way? I hear this all the time. And funny enough, I was on the treadmill today and I was with the guy that I train with, Adam. And he goes, I don't know how you eat that way. I always get hungry. I said, how long have you been saying that for? He said, well, I can't remember. I said, well, if you keep saying you're hungry, you're going to be hungry. If you keep saying, I don't like spin, Tina, I like spin. And this is another story, guys. I'll tell you how accountability works. For 4 months, I haven't done spin, and I was doing spin classes a lot. And it was making me feel good. And I stopped doing spin until this Tuesday. I went back in. Had the best workout. I felt so good. So when we feel good, why do we stop it? Because it's simple, right? You can just get to the spin class, you feel good. Why do you stop that? It's because you're not accountable. You're not accountable to someone. I said to Tina, if you were kicking my butt, telling me you better be at my class, I guarantee I would have been there. I guarantee I would have been there. It was funny, I was talking to her today. I said, do you realize that you're lucky that you've got those classes permanent? Because we take it for granted. Because she allows herself to do the class she enjoys the best. A lot of the times what I see in the challenge where people fall is, I can do this on my own. Everyone fails on their own, guys. Everyone fails. Everyone needs a team. Everyone needs a support network. Everyone needs accountability. Everyone needs to make their lives simpler so they can perform at their best. It's when we complicate things. It's when we go outside of our circle and what we have to do. More often than not, your inner dialogue, if you've got 70,000 thoughts a day, 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts that lead you down the same track. It's only 10% that matter that you don't focus on. And it happens all the time. Then we talk about feelings, right? So 90% of the serotonin released is in your gut, right? So if you don't eat right and you don't train, you don't feel right. And then you go, why don't I feel good? It's because of that. And if you're not accountable to someone, you will go off track. I don't care who you are, and I don't care how good you think you are. If you're going to go do it on your own, 99.9% of people will fail. There are those psychos, and that's my brother. But there are those psychos, and but they're few and far between. Access to those types of people, it's very hard. And most of the time, almost all of the time, it's that accountability that creates that result. I've seen so many people do the challenges that are still in this gym. Actually, the winners, they go backwards the worst. The winners, because they think they've won. You don't win. This is not a game.
There's one exception.
Yeah, look, wait a second if she stops. Game ain't over, mate. It's a lifestyle. But that's the truth. It is a lifestyle. And so many people do the challenge going, I know what to do now. You've never known what to do. How are you going to know what to do just after one challenge? I study leadership every single day. I study and I study and I study. Why do I study the same thing over and over again? Because I wanted to be part of my subconscious. Over and over again. I do podcasting. I listen to podcasts every day. I do these seminars. I listen to seminars every single day. If I'm going to get good, I've got to do repetitious work, and I've got to do it constantly, and then I've got to be in the right environment with those types of people so I can look at exactly where I'm at and what I need to work on all the time. That's the key. The environment and the accountability trumps all. And you want a high success rate, you better be in the right environment. You better be around people that are encouraging you. You better be around people that are telling you the truth as well. Because if you ain't around those people, you're not going to succeed. I don't care what it is in life. And if you look at fulfillment, you know, you can have success without fulfillment. And that's the biggest failure, right? And the key component to that is, what kind of a life and environment do you want to live in? You've got to ask yourself that question. Anyone can be great, guys, but it all takes work and all takes a team of people that are going to make you accountable every single day. You know, and the people that I'm going to bring up today are, you know, exemplify accountability. So I'm going to bring Mario up first. Mario's my neighbour, for those that don't know, so, which is good. Thanks, Muzz. No, it's been easier. So Muzz, this is your second challenge?
Starting the second, yeah.
Second, yeah. And you got great results in this one. Tell us a little bit about it. I mean, you know, you were coming in the gym, you were telling me, Mets, I'm feeling better, I'm fitting the clothes better. When you look at yourself in the mirror, I don't know how many times you're looking in the mirror with Marilyn at home, but, you know, I was trying to peek over the pool.
Your eye closed all the time.
But you were happy with your results. Tell me, how did that compare to, you know, memberships in the past or challenges in the past that you've done?
Yeah, done quite a few. We had a gym just up the road from where we live, obviously, as you know, my wife and myself. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, I think the environment here is pretty intense, which for the right reasons though. You know, like there's all the right machines, all the right cardios, classes, the times work for us, and just it's, you know, doing the challenge was it was really good because it gave a structure, which I found. Because I think the biggest thing is diet, hands down. You know, we can all train, we can all lift weights, we can all do cardio, but if you don't eat right, it's you know, it's just eating the right foods and the portions. Because I could eat. But you know, just cutting back the
coming from a Greek family.
Cutting back the whole chicken.
And through the challenge, like I was seeing you in every morning. Have you always been that disciplined?
No. I've sort of, to be honest, ever since we've got kids, obviously, so coming home after work is quite difficult. So I do come early, 5 in the morning, and love it because I've got the most energy then, which is odd to some people. I see you in the morning. I enjoy it. That's what we do. So
you've done something amazing. Obviously, you went out and got your next door neighbour. You went out and got the guy at the coffee shop, the barista. Then you got your brother-in-law and sister-in-law involved in the challenge. They all got good results. You know, I was talking to you and you made no big deal about it. Why did you get those people in the challenge?
Oh, well, we've been coming to the gym since, I don't know, September, October, I think it is, since we came back from Greece. And then just enjoyed the environment. So when the challenge came up, we thought, well, you know what, there's other people around us that need help. You know, I wouldn't say help, but you know. And I think us doing it, and my wife's had amazing results. It's been sort of seeing what we're doing, and then obviously try and get them involved. And it's probably some people that don't have that confidence. It was a perfect opportunity to bring them in when we're doing it. You know, so you know, if we're coming to the gym early in the morning or whatever time, they know we're there, and subconsciously maybe it gets them here. So
how important was the accountability and from the team? And well, obviously, like you're doing it with your wife. How important was that?
Well, I think doing it together has been a massive thing because it's just that bouncing off each other. Do we eat this? No. Should we? Or you know, just saying we go for dinners, obviously, and we eat out, and we have the foods you probably shouldn't, but obviously with a balance. But just I think we're accountable to each other actually, probably more so than anyone else. So it's been good.
How has like your energy and your weight training sessions been from the nutrition program?
Everything overall has been great. I don't know, I just feel probably better than I ever have, probably because I feel I probably look better in a sense, and I'm not trying to be, you know, just I feel better. You know, losing weight's always, losing weight but gaining muscle is always a positive.
I know the answer to this because you recommended heaps of people. Who would you recommend this challenge or this Tight and Fit 40 to?
Oh, anyone. I mean, I'm relatively fit before I started this, but definitely better. But it's for anyone. It's just, I think, well, we did it to lose a couple of kilos but gain muscle. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law are doing it purely just to lose weight and get that momentum, and our neighbour and everyone else. So we took the challenge on not to lose significant weight, but more so weight / tone, if that's the word. You know.
And obviously, like, I was seeing Costa at the coffee shop, and he was just smiling because he's so excited. You don't show excitement that much.
Did he give you a coffee?
He did give me a coffee, but I'm going to go back in there and say, listen, Mario just changed your life. But like, you don't show much emotion, but he was showing how much he felt. Obviously, like, when you're losing weight and getting in shape, how did that make you feel?
Feels good. I mean, I just in every aspect with work, family, the whole lot, you know. So I've got a busy lifestyle with work, so it's like I said, I enjoy the morning training session. So when I go to work, I've already been up for 2 hours and ready to go. So and it's just hard. It's very hard coming home from work and with a family, 3 kids and everything. It's hard coming after hours. So you know, my day starts early and it's a good start.
No, that's good, mate. I just honestly, I want to thank you because, like, to bring those people in, you obviously trusted the process. You trusted what we're doing. It's funny enough, guys, Mario didn't know how the rest of them went. And I said, Mario, they've all actually lost weight. They're all looking better. They're all fitter. He didn't even know. But he was confident enough that he knew that the system works and the accountability works and the simple formula works. And I take my hat off to him because he wanted the people to feel the same. And when I went up to him in the gym and I said, man, thank you. He goes, what are you thanking me for? He's so humble and he's got a lot of humility and he just wants to help people, but he doesn't make a big deal. And I just want to make a big deal of it because I just want to thank you for that, man. I appreciate it.
If anyone hasn't done it, it's good. It's really good. I mean, I'm doing it again, so.
I'm going to take you to the next level, mate. Next time I'm going to wax you down, tan you up and do everything. Exactly. Thanks a lot, Muzz. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks. It's always good hearing, you know, different stories, different contexts. Honestly, every time I bring someone up, and I always bring people up so you can get to see their stories and what they went through. But, you know, Mario was just gathering people. They were just coming from everywhere, you know, which is cool when people are able to do that. So the next person I'll bring up is Cara. Cara. I hope Cara was excited. I was excited when I told her, can you come and sit down with me? So Cara's been a member here for a while, and she went away for a bit and came back and has lived with Jazz for a bit as well. Yep. Been part of the furniture here for a long time. And, you know, from interviewing you in the last challenge, I could just see how much you were developing and how much you were growing and how much you were owning your health and how that was giving you so much more confidence. And then I seen you the other day and I go, I've seen another change in you. So it's been a huge change for you. How has it been? Like, you've done previous challenges. You were telling me about all the booklets that we had.
Yeah, found them.
You found them all. How has it been coming back this time?
For the one that's just finished.
The last two, because you, the last two. Let's say the most recent.
I'd probably say that since I did my knee injury, where I tore my MCL, it was a medium grade. That pretty much that was my game changer for the type of training and just having a total reassessment of what I'm doing. So for me, since that happened, I thought, okay, I used to do HIIT training. I don't do HIIT training anymore. I just do purely weights, and I would do about 3 sessions a week. I'm lucky, maybe 4. But yeah, so between 3 and 4. And my type of training for me is that I train hard. If I'm going to come in and I've got a mindset of like, no, I don't feel good, I'll walk out. To train in the morning for me, it sets up my day, and I'm good to go. But if I've got the mindset of like, this is not going to happen, or the gym's busy, because that annoys me, I just go, okay, we'll go for a walk. And it's another way for me to like listen to a podcast or just take time out that way, and I still get something else out of it. It's not exactly the type of training that I wanted, but it's better than doing nothing. So yeah, if it's just from, I never thought I'd be doing 3 sessions a week of just weight training and that's it. And I'm still getting results. Like the other day I did my measurements and 8 centimetres. Where the hell has that come from?
Yeah.
But it's just, it's coming off everywhere still, which is good, and it's maintaining. So if I can maintain that for another month or 2, then I'll be pretty happy with that going forward.
Have you, obviously you've simplified everything.
Yeah,
right?
totally. Yeah.
And that's made the world of difference for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I used to be, my fridge was just packed with food, which I never ate half of it because it was just like, no, too hard. I just go down the road and get whatever from Woolies. But now it's just keeping it simple. I just buy a couple of chicken or roast it, get some turkey mince, veggies, done. That's it.
What was your diet like before that? Like so you had everything in the fridge. What did you have?
But it's always been clean.
Clean, yeah. But too much.
But I bought too much. Like I thought I needed 4 packets of blueberries. God.
Yeah.
No, and it's like I've switched. I used to eat more fats, less carbs. Now I've gone the other way. I predominantly eat carbs now, and protein, and then more fats. So for me, turning it up the other way has worked. And I need the carbs. Well, you need carbs for recovery, post-recovery, and to sleep at night as well. So for me, doing that has worked rather than, because I've had the mindset of when I was doing, I used to be a rower for Tasmania, and our mentality then was, you can't have carbs at night, you put on weight, and we're like, eh. So now it's, I have carbs at night, go for it, have your protein. And I will quite happily eat half a sweet potato at night with protein, and I'm good to go. And there's no need to feel guilty about that. It's just get over that fear of carbs, because it will help you rather than work against you.
How was the accountability from the team?
Good, perfect. Yeah, the follow-ups and everything, that very proactive. They're on your game. I get a call from Elle every Friday morning. Cara. But no, it's great. It's good.
Has that been a big game changer for you?
Yes. Yeah, because I think having that, someone touching in just to reach out and see how you're going, it's just nice. Yeah. That the different members of the staff are paying attention as well.
How important is that? Because obviously you went off and you came back. How important is that? Because obviously you went there 45 and they've got programs there and they push you to the limit. How important is that to have the right people looking after you?
So important, because that's how I got my knee injury.
The wrong people.
They had no idea. Even though with a fitness background, it's still, they couldn't tell you what an incorrect lunge to a correct lunge was. Yeah. What was wrong, what was right.
Yeah. And unfortunately in the fitness industry it does happen. It does happen a lot, and it's just how it is. Yep. But you were smart enough to come back, which I'm happy with.
We temporarily break up. Okay.
There's always temporary breakups. That's cool. And would you recommend the challenge to anyone? Would you just,
I think it's good if you want to get some structure or change up your routine and get some different ideas. I think it's a good way to see what else or what others are doing, what works for them, and what you can adopt to bring into your own lifestyle, because it is, as Matt said, it is a lifestyle to maintain, and I've changed my lifestyle and it works, and I'm more than happy with it. It's easy, I just keep it simple. That's my motto. Simple. Yep. Simple, and don't get complacent, remember? Exactly, yep. Well, thanks, Carl. I really appreciate it. You've done extremely well. The last 2 challenges you've improved out of sight. Probably better than what you've done previously in previous years. Absolutely. And it's a credit to the whole team for making, and working together with the team, because it's a 2-way street, really. Yeah. You guys have to put in the work. We can't do the work for you, and the team for obviously keeping you accountable. Appreciate it. Thank you. Looking forward to the banana bread. Thanks, Cara. Yeah, guys, it's so important that within this challenge, and I emphasise accountability.
I'm going to LA and San Diego in 2 weeks, and I've had to step up my training. I always step it up for vacations, but I do train really hard when I'm there. It's funny, when you're eating really good, you honestly start to feel really good. The problem is our habits, especially in Coogee, there's a culture of like, let's go out, let's have a drink, let's have a good time, let's have fun, let's have some gin tonic. You can do that, but do it sparingly. It's the 80% rule, right? Your gut, if you give it 80% of the right nourishment, your gut will look after you. But you go anything below that, you're gonna be in trouble. When I talk about serotonin in your gut, I really mean that, when it's responsible for 90%. Like these percentages are true, they're facts. That it's actually how it works, because I've been here for every challenge and I've seen people. I study every single person that walks through the door. I look at where they come from. I look at the culture they came up in, and I can pretty much see from that exactly where their mindset is. And a lot of the times it's the dialogue of the individual and how they talk to themselves. That's the biggest problem. So in this challenge, it's about helping you change those patterns as well. So we don't just help you physically to transform, but it's the whole mental side that's so important, because if you don't get that side right, you will fail. And you've got to go to people that are going to help you get back on track. And the good thing is our team know how to do that. Like honestly, the work that we do behind the scenes, the podcast these girls listen to, we share different notes that we get. I do a lot of one-on-ones with them. So whatever you guys are getting, I do with my whole team. I do a lot of one-on-ones with them. I get them back on course. I make them see things differently. Because when you're trying to do everything on your own, you don't see everything, especially if you don't have the awareness. And that comes with developing yourself. Awareness comes with development. You'll see things completely different to what you saw it a year ago if you keep developing yourself. If you read the same book from a year before and you've developed yourself, you're going to see new things again. And that's what normally happens. And that's exactly what we do for people in the challenge. We just make them more aware of the areas that are holding them back. All right, well, last one. We'll get Rachel up. Rachel's done the last 3 challenges, and amazing transformation.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know.
Huge.
Pictures on Saturday.
Yeah. Did you show your family and your friends?
Yeah.
Did you say I'm the greatest?
My dad actually was over at the weekend, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since December.
Yeah.
And he just like seen me and was like, "Whoa, look at you!" I was like, "Thanks, I feel amazing."
You're Irish, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, wow. Okay. We have a lot of Irish that do the challenge. Obviously, you stuck it out for 3 challenges.
Yeah.
After you done the first one, were you thinking of doing the second one, or you just didn't know? You were just going, I've got this.
Yeah, I kind of, after I won the first one, I kind of did have the mindset that I was like, oh, it's fine. I can totally do this. I couldn't. I done the second one. I think just after I came to the information evening after the first one, and just kind of thought to myself, there's absolutely no way I can do this on my own. I have a mindset of, I've won this now, I don't need to do it again.
Yeah. Well, that's so important, because when you win, you actually lose.
Yeah.
Because the person at the top has to keep the standard up.
Yeah, exactly.
And to do that on your own, it's very, very hard. I mean, you think about it, whether you're playing golf, you're playing tennis, these guys have got the best coaches in the world, and they're number one. And to stay number one is very hard. And when you win, and it's been proven in this challenge, you actually lose.
Yeah.
Because you get complacent straight away.
Oh, totally.
Complacency sets in, you go, I can do anything now.
Yeah.
You've lost the weight, you go, oh, this is easy, I've got this.
Yeah.
And it always happens. And then, so you've done the second.
Yeah. I'm mainly focused on the second one. I had a holiday and everything in between, so I just kind of wanted to maintain it. Still ended up losing just by eating healthy.
Yeah.
And I was never really a fitness person before.
Yeah.
Didn't like exercise. And once I started coming here, just the classes and everything, if you don't feel like doing anything, you go to a class and you've got the motivation there. Everybody's there doing the same thing, and it just gets you going rather than doing your own thing.
And then you went and done the third one, and I looked at your pictures.
Yeah.
That was like when you look from 1 to 3, because I've seen your
Comparing
pictures.
the very first picture, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Oh,
How
I
did
couldn't even believe it. it.
So, you know, when we talk about taking pictures, because pictures tell a lot of words, right?
Yeah.
Did you think that your body changed that much before you looked at the picture,
No.
right? No.
No way.
No.
I looked at the first picture and I was like, I couldn't have ever been that size.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way that, like, and even that's like what, since the end of September, even just a change in that length of time, like, it's amazing. I have muscles now that I never knew existed.
You said you didn't like training, right?
No.
We're going to give us a bicep flex at the end. But you said you didn't like training. Do you like training now?
I love it.
Yeah.
I started in the last challenge in the last 6 weeks of coming and just doing my own thing, doing weight sessions that were in the booklet and showing you how to do a full body workout and everything. And I just started doing that the last 6 weeks, and I actually really, really enjoyed it, which I didn't think I would.
Yeah.
I'm not really confident in the gym, but I was just like, just give it a go, see how I get on, and it's actually love it.
Good, yeah. How's your confidence now?
Oh, completely different.
Yeah.
I have so much more confidence in myself, which is not like me.
Well, no. I mean, look, what you got to understand is we have this image of ourselves, right? And that image is really not ours. It's what people thought we were. Yeah. Okay, it's other people's thoughts, and it's not even theirs. It's what we think they think we are,
exactly.
right? And what happens in the challenge? We actually help people create a new image for themselves. We empower people. We give them the confidence to do things that they never thought they could do. And when you start training like yourself and you're getting results, you never thought you were going to do that. You didn't think you were going to get those results. Then when you start getting that, you start having this belief of, what else can I do?
Yeah, that's totally where I'm at now. I'm like, can't wait for the next 6 weeks and just actually see what happens during
100%.
those.
Yeah.
And I'm bridesmaid in April, so I'm like, that's my goal.
You're going to be a stunner.
Be amazing.
You're already a stunner, but you're going to be, no one's going to recognize you.
I know.
How was the accountability from the girls?
Oh, it's brilliant. Just set you up for the week. A message on a Sunday, and you're just like, okay, I've got this. Go do my food shop, go get everything prepped, set out my training for the week, what I'm going to do, and then that's it, a good week.
One of the biggest things we're doing in this challenge is, like, we actually videoed the physio, and we're going to give you his home stretches you can do at home from Tim Wright. So he came up here today and we videoed the whole session. I'm also going to do the protein shake tomorrow. But so he videoed lower body, upper body. We're also going to give you a home workout that we're going to film next week that you can do anywhere, and it'll work the whole body. So if you have no time, we're going to give you time back, but we're also going to give you the stretches that you can do, because we want the whole thing to be a lifestyle. Because if you don't make it to the gym, we got your back, and that's what we're looking to do. You're going to be away in April, right? We're going to give you a workout and stretches.
I know. That'll be good.
Would you recommend the challenge to your fellow Irish people?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I mean, everyone. Really.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I've already been doing it.
Yeah.
Went to the hairdresser, just like, oh, I'm going to tighten. Here's a 6 week challenge, do it.
Yeah. Do you do that because you want them to feel what you feel?
Yeah. I want everybody just to be able to feel good about themselves. I always thought that I would never lose weight, and I've just been a yo-yo dieter like since I was in my late teens. I've lost just over 7 kilograms.
7 kilos.
And I think
but your body looks completely different to the 7. Like when you look at your body in the pictures, it looks a lot more than 7.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think I've toned massively in the last 6 weeks.
Yeah. What's your goal for this next one? Well, let me ask you a question. How's the goal setting been? Because we're doing a new format for the goal setting.
Yeah.
Like, we want to learn more about you through the goal setting. So we're going a bit deeper, and we're going to send you a questionnaire.
Yeah, that's where we kind of decided that I was always just doing classes because I love the HIIT and the body pump. So I was mostly just going between those two, and then I would just do my own cardio if I wanted to. But then we kind of decided for this 6 weeks I would do 2 classes and then 2 weight sessions by myself. So that was good to just kind of figure out where to go with the training.
What's harder, HIIT or body pump? I'm saying body pump. What's harder?
Oh, I think HIIT. I don't like cardio.
Really? What about spin? You haven't done tennis spin?
I faint when I do spin.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just tried to recruit enough.
I've done it 3 times and fainted each time.
I was about to die this morning, to be perfectly honest. The thing about exercise, guys, especially when you start, don't push yourself to a point where you're not going to come back. Just ease into it, and just get better. I was in the spin class today and I was dead. I'll be honest with you, and Tina's watching me, but she knows I'm the boss, so don't come to me and fucking piss me off. Anyway, I didn't hit as many calories as the Tuesday, but I had put in a lot during the week. And so there's some days where you don't have to kill yourself. Like, you don't have to go all out. So tomorrow I might just go for a walk. But knowing me, I've got a week and a half to go to San Diego. I'm drumming. I'm going hard, mate. I'm going hard. I'm a bit insane when I go hard. I get insane. I might go on the Stairmaster like this afterwards. But having those goals and even the challenges for me, like, this is accountability, me coming back here and empowering people to come back, right? You know, from a mindset perspective, how much better is your mindset?
Oh, I actually have one now.
You have one now. What was it like before? It was brain fog.
Before it was just, oh, I had a crap day at work.
Yeah.
I feel tired, come home, eat chocolate, eat crisps, sucker for crisps.
Yeah.
They're not as nice here, so it's okay.
Wow.
Chips, sorry.
Chips. It's funny, like,
they're not as nice in this country, so it's alright.
One thing leads to another. You have chips, then you have the chocolate,
exactly.
then you have the wine or the beer, and then that goes to the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and it's just this event that's constant.
Cycle,
it's constant, and then you wonder why you don't feel good.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, and I say this because I know it 100%. If you're doing that to your gut, you're not gonna feel good. That's one area you got to fix. The second part to that is, that's been a habit for a long time. The second part is what you say in your head all the time, because that's been a habit for most of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
You can, like, it takes about 66 days to overcome that pattern.
Yeah.
It takes 18 months to reinforce that pattern. That's how long it takes.
Yeah.
Then you better belong to a good environment and what you deserve. I study this all the time, guys. I train with very, very successful people that have this unbelievable mindset. I study them, and then I also go and study what other people are doing. Like, I study constantly. I study people, doesn't matter what age they are. And I'll give you a perfect example. Last year, after my dad passed away, it was April, and there was two members here, mother and father. And they rang me in April, and I'll never forget it because I was at the Sydney Fitness Expo. It was the first time we took my mum out after my dad's death. And I get this message, and it was from Diane, and she said, can you help my son? And I'm like, you know, I go, no worries. I go, tell him to come down to the gym. And at that time, you could see George hated training, absolutely hated it. He was going to Virgin, wasn't going. So he came in, and I said to Mum, you know, I'll tell you what I'll do. And this is the part of giving back. You know, I didn't charge George anything. I just wanted to help a young kid. He was 21 years old, and he had a pretty tough at university. He was in Queensland, and when he came to me, the biggest thing that I done for George, I said, George, I'm your mate. We're mates now. He didn't have any friends. I said, I'm your mate. Here's my number. You can call me anytime. Spoke to the mum a couple of days ago. I said, how's George? He's working on a cruise liner. She goes, he's doing unbelievable, mates. I said, tell me this. Could you have envisioned that 12 months ago? She goes, not in my wildest dreams. And the biggest thing I done was just give him confidence, and I made him accountable. What the mum done, she was very, very smart. So I used to get George, and I used to get in his head. And then I got him around really good people. So I got him around the guys I was training with in the morning. And I said this to him. I said, George, I'm not going to be around forever because you're going to go overseas. I'm not going to be there. She goes, don't worry, Mets. I said, what do you mean, don't worry? She goes, my mum's got this thing on the wall in my room. What would Mets say? And I go, okay. And I started cracking up because the other two guys were there, and they go, that's brilliant. And he went on his first date on the cruise liner as well, and they were just over the moon. And you know, I gave George a lot of time, guys, like a lot of time. Similar to what the girls do. I just made him accountable. This kid hated training, like petrified. He couldn't wake up at 5:30 in the morning because he was coming at night and he was missing workouts. I said, I tell you what, I'm telling you this now, and you better do it. And at this point, he's listening to me. You better start coming in the morning. And mate, ever since then, he hasn't missed a workout on the ship, and he was coming every morning. And that's what accountability does. That's what being around the right environment does. I do the same kind of thing with the team, but 10 times more. And that's why we have the best service. Because for me, if you're not serving people, like you see now, you want to go and serve someone and help someone.
Yeah.
Mario was doing that without doing that. That's just normal for him. But it's the service in others that will change your life. You know, it's just saying hi to the people in the street that you would normally not say hi to. Just making people feel good. You know, and if you keep doing that and you keep doing that for yourself, you're going to win more often. And obviously, like I always say, accountability is absolutely everything. And environment trumps everything. You've got to be in the right environment. And that's going to give you the headspace. I just want to thank you, Rachel, because, man, you killed it, and I just want to thank you because you're an inspiration not only to me, but you do this back for our team and everyone that looked at you, because everyone was excited. We share these kind of wins with the team,
Yeah.
and everyone knows who you are. We certainly do, and I just want you to continue on that track and look at that lifestyle and understand and be mindful of that feeling you have,
Yeah.
and don't lose that feeling. That's a better feeling than the one going out and having the chocolate and having alcohol. That's like dopamine. We want to give you as much serotonin release as possible.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so
Appreciate
much.
it.
Thanks.
That's a wrap, I think, hey? That's a wrap, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy that, the people that are doing the next challenge and the ones that are going to do the next one. Questions. I always forget Q&As. You want to ask me a question? Before you did. Anyway, has anyone got any questions? I forget to ask this part. Has anyone got any questions?
Yeah, is it like a team challenge in terms of we train together, or is it like you get a program and you go anytime you want?
What the team will contact you on the goals. They'll do the goal setting, and then you'll have a team member that touches base with you 4 times a week. Then obviously most of the people you'll see in the HIIT classes and the spin classes, and then we also do how-tos, because you're new, we'll definitely give you a lot of attention. Definitely. We'll get you on the right track. We'll get you confident.
So yeah,
100%.
fine. I used to be like a gym freak, but since I had a baby, I'm
So you had a baby how long ago? 6 months ago. And were you training just before that, or you hadn't trained yet? Okay, so for those 9 months you weren't doing anything?
until 37 weeks.
Okay. And then it was those 6 months that, obviously it's hard, like I know it's
Just to find time.
yeah. Do you, let me ask you a quick, yeah. So if you're a gym junkie, obviously during that period, we're going to give you confidence back. Okay, you know what I mean? We'll get you comfortable.
Just lose the baby weight and just get back on track.
Yeah.
Especially with the food.
Yeah.
Because theoretically I know what to eat, but I don't.
Mm.
Because if I don't have time to just snack anything, or I don't have that routine like I used to have, shake and nuts and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I just keep
Yeah.
and then I just eat.
Yeah, no,
I
look.
can have one meal a day and that's it. Pretty much, so we just have food.
What do you have in that one meal?
Salad.
That's-
chicken.
That's a look.
Roast chicken.
What we'll do, like it's just a step-by-step process. We just want to get you better each week. What happens most of the time with most people in the challenges, they'll give 100% in the first week. The second week they'll struggle to back that up. So the key is just starting on the right foot and not going all out. Because what's going to happen is you'll range from 100%, you'll go to 90, you'll go back to 80. What you want to do is don't go below 80. We'll tell you what 80% is as well. So the team will tell you what 80% is, because you don't want to drop to 70 and 60 because you'll feel like you failed at the end. 80% is not that hard. Like one of the girls that messages me all the time, I just said her 80% is going for a walk on a day that that you feel like you can't make it because you've got a kid, she's got kids, is going for a walk or doing the home workout, right? And eating right, that's 80%.
I do at least 15 to 20,000 steps.
Oh, you do massive, man. So we'll, yeah.
That's all I do.
The weight sessions are going to help you.
Anything else, so my
Yeah.
body will help me away.
The weight sessions will help you a lot. The weight sessions will definitely help you a lot, yeah. Anyone else? Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for those that I got to interview. It's always good and get good context of the story, and looking forward to the challenge. Thanks a lot.